The military situation in Bakhmut is becoming more difficult by the day. Despite heavy losses, the Russians threw their best prepared assault units into battle. During the night, they launched another attack with combat drones. In the area of Bakhmut, the enemy is constantly destroying everything within its range of fire. Because of such strikes, we need modern combat aircraft. Without them, our air defense system is incomplete. Although our pilots are achieving many successes, we will only really be safe when the air taboo is completely lifted in relations with our partners. Ukrainian General Staff reported that Russian troops are also increasing their numbers in the directions of Kupiansk, Liman, Avdiivka and Shakhtarsk. The aggressors are not counting their losses and are sending more troops under heavy Ukrainian fire. Between 600 and 1,000 Russian soldiers are killed every day. We are focused on victory, only victory. My boys are able to fight in any weather, whether it's rain and mud or snow up to their waist. They do their job. Praise doesn't matter to them. We have been given a goal and the means we have to achieve it. According to the current data, the death inflicted on the front line with small arms is only 2% of the fallen. The fate of clashes is now decided by artillery, aviation and mechanized troops. On this section of the front line, we are about 15 kilometers from the Russian-controlled city of Donetsk. Both sides remain in their positions because, as you can see, spring means mud, and such ground makes sprinting difficult. The second region is the huge number of soldiers on both sides ready to fight. We estimate that we will be in this area for another month. I'll add, the fire doesn't stop for an instant. Despite favorable geopolitical conditions, the Russian invasion has not yielded the expected results. Kiev predicts that lasting security in the region will be guaranteed provided Moscow withdraws from Ukraine's occupied territories and abandons its imperial aspirations in other neighboring countries. Ukraine borders Belarus to the north. The government in Minsk sides with the Kremlin. Ukraine meets Russia from the east. The Crimea and Donbass are occupied by Russian troops and pro-Russian separatist troops. The Black Sea is partially controlled by the Russian Navy. Russian soldiers are also stationed in the southwest of the Transnistria region. Meanwhile, Belarusian guerrilla troops are being trained in Ukraine. The victory plan, prepared by former Belarusian special law enforcement officers and BIPOL military, is scheduled for X hour. It is about, for example, a situation when Lukashenko's regime will be weakened as a result of Putin's defeat in the war, and then the dormant activists of victory plans will be activated and we will start operating throughout Belarus. Yesterday in Kiev, U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen announced that Washington will soon hand over the first tranche of a $10 billion economic aid package to Ukraine.
To announce the transfer of an additional amount of over $1.2 billion. That's the first tranche of about $10 billion in direct budget support that the United States will provide in the coming months. Our economic support is helping keep the Ukrainian government and critical service providers operational.
In turn, the European Union announced the launch of an initiative concerning Ukrainian children abducted to Russia. Addressing this issue was one of Poland's conditions for accepting the 10th package of sanctions against Russia.
I have an announcement for you regarding an initiative that the European Commission is launching together with Poland under the leadership of President von der Leyen and Prime Minister Morawiecki in relation to Ukrainian children. You are aware of the dramatic situation of Ukrainian children abducted by Russia and sent to Russia for adoption. Indeed, since the start of the invasion, it is estimated.
Since the beginning of the Russian invasion of Ukraine, over 450 children have been killed, more than 850 have been wounded, more than 350 have gone missing, and more than 13,500 have been abducted. Official statistics include only documented cases. In reality, many more children are affected.